This is Unity News Now.
Hello, conference goers. I'm Andrew Jose.
And I'm Heather White. Unity participants get a surprise visit from a leading presidential candidate. Reporter Cynthia Detterman joins us from the newsroom with the story. Cynthia?
That's right, Heather. We did get a surprise visit from somebody we all know well, Texas Governor George Bush. He stopped by the convention center, but that wasn't part of his original plan. Governor Bush was in Washington making a bid for his presidential campaign. At the last minute, he made time to stop in at Unity 99.
Be the front runner, why wouldn't you come? So I think he felt compelled to come here.
The governor didn't originally plan to attend the Unity conference, but in an afternoon press conference, he explained his sudden change of heart.
I wanted to come and visit and say hello to a lot of friends, and I think my presence there hopefully reaches out and says I'll be a inclusive type president.
If the governor had not shown up to the convention, he would have been the only presidential candidate in town to not make an appearance. Senator Bill Bradley and Vice President Al Gore both accepted invitations to speak. When we asked Mr. Bush about his motivations, this is what he had to say.
So it's quite sincere.
Now, the governor informed us that he personally was not aware of the Unity Convention until this morning. This is Cynthia Detterman reporting from the newsroom.
Cynthia, a major issue here at the convention is the topic of affirmative action. Did the governor happen to mention anything about that?
Yes, he did, Heather. The governor, in his own words, said that he supports affirmative access but strongly opposes quotas and preferences.
Thanks, Cynthia, for that report.
Bush wasn't the only presidential hopeful to appear at Unity. Today, Vice President Al Gore speaks to Unity conference goers at a plenary session that starts at 10 a.m. His speech discusses the issue of race, technology, and its significance to the future of the country. The speech is part of a one-day visit to Seattle for Gore. He leaves for Washington, D.C. Friday afternoon. Several presidential hopefuls did schedule appearances at Unity. Democratic challenger Bill Bradley arrived at the Seattle Convention Center this morning. Bradley told the crowd he shared their concern about advancement of minority communities in America. We were able to catch up to Bradley to find out why he made Unity a part of his schedule.
So this is a great audience, a lot of talented people, and it's a good opportunity for me to share what I believe.
Are you hoping maybe this is a way to get good press coverage by appealing to 6,000 minority journalists?
Actually, that would not happen unless I had this interview with you.
Thank you.
Now I feel real good.
From Seattle, Bradley's speaking and fundraising tour goes on to San Francisco. Then the candidate will appear on The Tonight Show Friday.
Governor Gary Locke welcomes thousands of journalists. The governor spoke at the opening ceremony Wednesday. Journalists of color from all across the country gathered at this opening ceremony Wednesday. The country gathered for the four-day event, and in his speech, the governor said that he is proud Washington is hosting the conference. He also said America is rich because of diversity and encouraged journalists to make a difference by telling the stories of their culture. Last November, Washington State passed Initiative 200, the bill eliminating affirmative action, and it continues to have an effect on the University of Washington Law School. Reporter Michelle Tanko joins us now with the toll that has already taken on the law school.
It hasn't even been 1 year since Washington passed I-200, and already the numbers speak for themselves. I recently visited the campus to see how the bill will significantly affect the class of 2002.
But that dream is threatened, some say, because of one bill, Initiative 200.
You have to walk a mile in my shoes to know how it is.
Sophomore Zunilda Ugaro came before I-200 passed. She's not affected, but she's still angry.
Don't get the same education because we don't have the resources. So I think there should be something set aside for us to at least get into college.
To Zunilda, whites still have that extra edge.
I won't say that they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth, but they do have certain advantages that would help them get into colleges that we just won't have as minorities.
I-200 has already taken its toll this fall. The number of minority students have dropped to 23%. 27 Asians, 7 Native Americans, 5 Hispanics, and only 2 African Americans. But to some, the race card should be completely thrown out.
When we fill out a job application, or school application. That we should be judged on our merit as an applicant, not by what we look like.
I don't think that it has women in their best interests or minorities in their best interests. I think it's geared towards white males, young white males that try to get into college, who are the ones that are most likely going to succeed anyway.
I talked to the dean of the law school, and he told me that there is a lot of work to do to recruit more minorities. His major goal is to visit minority students as early as high school to get them interested in applying to the law program.
Thanks, Michelle, for that report. Coming up,
find out what you can do when you are sleepless in Seattle. You can look at your TV set and see more minorities are reporting in the news.
but who really calls the shots on what gets covered? Laura Vigil gives us a reality check.
The Serters, along with one other defendant.
The faces on the screen are as diverse as our communities, but a new survey by the Radio, Television, and News Directors Foundation reflects a different picture behind the scenes.
Our focus for the diversity program for RTNDF is looking at management because we're wanting to have people of color, journalists of color, making the decisions in newsrooms, not just being in front of the camera.
Numbers show minorities in newsroom management are on a downslide. 8% of news directors in television and radio are people of color. That's a 2% drop for TV and 3% in radio from 2 years ago. While there are more women news directors, 20%, those positions are also down.
I think we're growing into our slots.
Adriana Saldriaga is a managing editor at Univision in New York City. She says getting there hasn't been easy.
Yeah, growth for minorities and for women is very difficult. It's still a boys' club. But I think slowly we are accomplishing it.
Here in Seattle, employers can meet face-to-face with aspiring minority journalists. But these opportunities are rare, so technology is creating new paths to find talent. Employers can now go to RTNDF's website to find prospective managers, and there is also a published listing, part of the effort to increase diversity power in the newsroom. In Seattle, Laura Vigil, Unity News Now.
A study done by the American Society of Newspaper Editors shows that statistics are also down for the newspaper industry. People of color only make up 11.5% of the print workforce, while broadcasting has a representation of 19%.
Candidates for the NABJ president were on the campaign trail today. Will Sutton and Robin Stone hit the convention center trying to get last-minute votes. Both are urgent to get the word out on their campaign philosophy.
I want to see NABJ have a long-term plan for the future. I want us to get out of the cycle of determining our direction based on the election of a president every 2 years.
I think it's important that we ensure that NABJ is far more vocal on issues that matter to us in terms of coverage, in terms of hiring and staffing, in terms of promotions, retention.
Elections will be held tomorrow from 9 to 6 in the Convention Center. Be sure to stay with Unity News for election results.
Unity 99 has various events happening today. Some of the highlights include a members-only candidate forum for the Native American Journalists Association starting at 12:30. Also, there will be a panel discussion on Latino unity at 4, and tonight at 8, NABJ will be having a news-making banquet.
Don't know what to do after sundown? Well, Unity News Now reporters Anna Maria Castro and Shanika Dabney show you how to spice up your Seattle nights.
You already know Seattle is home to Starbucks, but what you may not know is that Seattle is also home to a hip late-night scene.
From internationally known restaurant chains to local bars, Seattle nightlife has something for everyone.
So you know what? I think I'm going to go check out the arcade.
I'm headed to Pioneer Square. I'll catch up with you later.
Okay.
All right.
For the the young and the young at heart, GameWorks here in downtown Seattle is home of today's and yesterday's most popular video games.
From Pac-Man to Star Wars, the Sega-owned arcade offers more than 250 games to choose from. Whether your dream is to win the Indy 500 or to become a fighting champion, GameWorks is the place for you.
Among the favorites is the Star Wars trilogy. So as I take on Darth Vader, may the Force be with you.
If you're looking for a taste of the Big Easy in the Emerald City, there are plenty of jazz places to go to, including this one, the New Orleans, right here in Pioneer Square.
For all you cool cats looking to jazz up your nights, the New Orleans is one of Seattle's hotspots. While soaking up some of the most popular jazz tunes, you might recognize some familiar jazz faces. So if Dixieland, Zydeco, swing, or classic jazz piques your interest, check out the New Orleans and let the good times roll.
I don't know about you, but I had a great time.
Hey, so did I, but you know, the night's not complete without a little dancing, and since we're here at Larry's, let's go for it.
Let's do it.
All right.
In Seattle, I'm Ana Maria Castro.
And I'm Shanika Dabney for Unity News Now.
A lot to do there out there in the night. A lot in baseball happening today. Baseball fans didn't have to wait until the 15th to see a game at Safeco Field.
And here's Lucky Frijo with more on that in sports.
All systems are a go, at least for now, at Safeco Field. Today, a couple of Summer League high school teams played the first game at the new stadium. Chaffey taking on Arsenal and seeing themselves for the first time on the big screen. History right here. Tyler Davison drives in the first run at Safeco when he drives the RBI single, scoring John Bader. A little later, another first. Arsenal's Robin Twecker smacks a triple to the wall in right. It's the first three-bagger in the first. Head-first slide, Chaffey led 3-1. One thing the Mariners will have to get used to in their new park is the sun. Just ask Brian Wrong. The winner today, Chaffey over Arsenal, 11-4. What a day at the park. Leon Moore is here with a Safeco Field update.
Well, excited fans finally get to see the new $500 home of the Mariners, but their joy may be short-lived if the team can't afford to pay two of its top players.
I don't believe it to be substantial at all. Ken Griffey Jr. is ultimately the best baseball player for the last 50, 60 years.
But this week, team officials hinted that they may not be able to re-sign Ken Griffey Jr. or Alex Rodriguez if the new stadium board doesn't repay them for $100 million in cost overruns. But at the dedication of the new Safeco Field, Mariner President Chuck Armstrong said that's not true.
I don't think so. My instructions from my ownership are to go out and do everything we can to sign him. That's what our owners have said publicly, and those are what my instructions are. And
with all the hype surrounding the dedication of the new Safeco Field, what fans really want to know is, will they get to see Ken Griffey Jr. chase the home run record here in this ballpark? Griffey says it's not fair using him and Rodriguez as pawns in the stadium deal. Fans agree.
I think the Mariners made an obligation. They need to, I don't know the legal ramifications, but I think they made, publicly they stated that they were going to take care of the overcosts, and now they come out and say that they haven't done that, and I think that's unfortunate.
Fans say even without Ken Griffey Jr., they will still come to the new stadium and cheer for the Mariners.
You bet. I grew up with outdoor baseball at Sick Stadium, and I love it.
In Seattle, Leon Moore, Unity News Now. All the controversy surrounding the stadium isn't bothering the Mariners. They are currently 5 games out of first place in the American League West. Lucky, back to you.
Well, that's a wrap on sports.
Thanks so much, Lucky.
Thanks, Eddie.
You know, it's not your average day in Seattle. The sunny weather finally arrived.
Sola Kim is up next to tell us how long it'll last. Your forecast is next.
The Chippewa Cree are taught that water is sacred. It's the source of everything. I go to college to study environmental science. I'm investigating the toxicity in our water supply. But it's not just a science project. If I can help save my land, maybe I can help save my people. Why did you go to college?
The American Indian College Fund, educating the mind and spirit.
This is King 5 First Alert Weather.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Stella Kim with your weather forecast. If you convention goers are having an exciting time here in Seattle, you want to listen up because I will promise you nothing but a sunny day this weekend. But first, let's take a sneak peek into our tower cam. You're taking a look right now at Crystal Mountains. Great snow out there and folks are enjoying themselves in skis. To give you an idea of what the air is like right now, here is your Canadian border. Right now, you should be feeling something like this. Port Angeles, 67 degrees. Pacific Beach, something in the 62s. This is your satellite imagery. The cloud over here is moving from the coast to the inland area this way, and that's to give you an idea that it's brushing by us and it won't affect our weather all that much. Tonight, temperatures are dropping significantly to the 50s, mid to low 50s. Wind is moving southward 5 to 15 miles per hour, 53 to 54 degrees. And of course, Port Angeles is 52 degrees. Tomorrow is going to be a little more sunny. Still, there will be some clouds and weather is going to be in the 70s, mid to lower 70s. But in Port Angeles, 72 degrees. Bellingham, 74. Now let's come down to the beach areas where it's 65 degrees. Victoria, 72. When you look at the beach areas, it's usually a little more cooler. As you move inward into the inland areas, temperatures tend to rise. So let's move eastward to Yakima, 88 degrees. Oh my, 93 degrees Tri-City, and of course, lots of 88, plenty of sunshine. Actually, in the mountains right now, partly sunny. Snow level is at 11,000 feet. Winds variation is 0 to 15 miles per hour. Finally, here is your 5-day weather forecast. A little bit sunny Wednesday and Thursday, but coming up, I think that we're going to be looking at plenty of sunshine. So for all the convention goers, I think it's a good time to go out there and enjoy the sun.
Something to look forward to.
Thanks, Sola.
You're welcome.
Unity 99 has taken Seattle by storm, but as we walk the streets of the Emerald City, do we really know the history behind the man behind the name? Honey, do you know who Chief Seattle is?
No. He was the chief of one of the tribes here in Seattle.
I think it was from Chief Seattle, the tribe of Indians here.
But it'd be interesting to know more about him.
Many people know where the name Seattle originated, but what isn't common knowledge is that he was a Native American from the Suquamish and Duwamish tribes. The history behind Chief Seattle is traced here to Port Madison Indian Reservation, just 35 minutes away from Seattle, where he gained the reputation as a great leader.
What made him great was his ability to bring tribes together. And where they could sit down and have a dialogue and make decisions.
In fact, Chief Seattle was the leader of both tribes in 1810, and in 1853, settlers honored him by naming the city after the native leader.
When he heard that the city of Seattle was going to name the city after him, he was a little upset. He was kind of mad because he said, if you're going to use my name, then you better pay me.
But he wasn't compensated. Still, Native people today continue to pay their respects to a man who spent his life trying to be a peacemaker.
The older we get, I think we understand more of what it took for a leader of so many, ultimately so many tribes.
Chief Seattle is a good example of what Unity 99 is all about, bringing people together.
Thank you for watching Unity News Now.
Enjoy the conference.